और आज पाकिस्तान ने हिस्ट्री क्रिएट की एज फार एज आईसीसी वर्ल्ड T20 कॉम्पिटिशंस आर कंसर्न्ड और 10 विकेटों से भारत के अगेंस्ट मैच जीता एंड विद प्लेंटी टू स्पेयर 79 रन 79 रन बनाए मोहम्मद रिजवान ने 55 गेंदों पे 6 चौके और 3 छक्के उनकी इनिंग्स में शामिल थे और बाबर आजम वॉज नॉट फार बिहाइंड उन्होंने भी एक एक्स्ट्रा ऑर्डिनरी हाफ सेंचुरी की एंड ही स्कोर्ड 55 इन 52 डिलीवरीज और उसके उनकी इनिंग्स में 6 चौके और 2 छक्के शामिल थे। विराट कोहली ट्राइड टू रिहेबिलिटेट इंडिया और उन्होंने एक आप कह सकते हैं डार हाफ सेंचुरी स्कोर की एंड 57 इन 49 डिलीवरीज और ऋषभ पंत शायद गलत टाइम पे आउट हुए जब उन्होंने 39 रन किए। हाउ इम्पोर्टेंट वाज द टॉस और आज हम बिल्कुल भूल चुके हैं कि शरत श्रीलंका ने एक एक्स्ट्राऑर्डिनरी इनिंग्स खेली बांग्लादेश के अगेंस्ट उन्होंने 49 गेंदों पे 80 रन बनाए 6 चौके और 6 छक्के। मेन फोकस हमारा रहेगा इंडिया वर्सेस पाकिस्तान और हमारा जो छोटा सा पैनल है जी वो अगर मैं इंट्रोड्यूस कराना शुरू करूं तो सुबह हो जाएगी तो बेहतर ये है बैड बॉयज एंड गुड मैन एंड वन वुमन आल्सो सो वी हैव द फॉर्मर पाकिस्तान वुमेन कैप्टन Sana Mir with us. Sana, well done, brilliant, spectacular, amazing,
outstanding.
A high five.
High five.
And we have Sir Isaac Vivian Alexander Richards. He needs no introduction. He has stopped me from calling him the king of the kings. So he was the best of the best. And we have the world's fastest bowler ever in this universe on God's earth, and that is Shoaib Akhtar. Shoaib bhai, welcome.
Yeah, thank you very much.
बड़ा लोगों ने पूछा आपके बारे में.
I'm finally able to sit next to a great man and a great-looking man, a great batsman. You know, thank you very much for giving me this pleasure.
In front of us.
And let me finish. Let me finish. You have destroyed my introduction. But finally, you know, it was a dream come true. I was sitting next to the Vivian Richard and Sir David Garwood. I mean, I'm so glad that I've born after they retired. And when he was scoring runs back in 75 and 76, I was just about born. And thank God that when I started playing cricket, these gentlemen was off the field.
Okay.
And how would I get through his defenses? And how would I get through his defenses with a very glary eyes?
And ladies and gentlemen, I have a new co-host coming from London, joining us on Game On, David Garwood.
Yeah, good evening and welcome to the English version of Game On. It's been a fantastic night for Pakistan. It's a pleasure and a privilege to be here to share it with you. And sit next to this great man who actually, to be fair, had he bowled at his maximum pace, he would have caused us problems. So let us repay the compliment.
I most certainly confirm that.
And so we contemplate that he was even quicker than Jeff Thompson at Perth. So it would have been a delight to
call the Royal Pindi Express for nothing. And first, let me say this, man. We only got 9 here. I'm disappointed with the 2 who didn't turn up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Umar Gul, the former Pakistan fast bowler, joined by the last of the Mohicans, a complete all-rounder, Azhar Mahmood, the former Pakistan captain and wicketkeeper Rashid Latif, and my in Punjabi co-host, Aqil Javed. So, let's say, Pakistan, Zindabad!
Yes.
So we did really well. Do we need to go back now? I think it's
good,
over.
good.
The World Cup is complete. Pakistan has beaten India by 10 wickets.
It was
By
a very,
10 wickets.
Very, very special performance in every department. And I think it backed up everything we were talking about for that small sort of interview, small sort of session we had this morning for 3.5 hours. looking ahead to this stuff. Thank heaven they got the right result after that long intro this morning. But all the things that were talked about, getting early wickets, controlling the batting, personality, talent, composure, all those things were on sale tonight.
All right. And David, I believe that not only it was an overwhelming win for Pakistan, but it sets the tone right for this competition. Because we were scared when West Indies were bowled out for 55, it was disappointing. And then England overhauling the target in like 8.2 overs. And then we saw a very damp match between South Africa and Australia, 118 for 9. So today we saw some big scores coming up.
It's a relief, I'm sure, for everyone that they've seen runs flow. They've seen sixes, they've seen boundaries, they've seen great batting. I mean, just looking at these two that made the victory look easy. That was superlative batting. And if you talk about the other game as well, if you're allowed to talk about that as well,
Yeah, of
in
course.
this country,
Of course.
again, there were some runs being scored with style. So it's a very good sign.
And Mushfiqur Rahim was actually brilliant, and then Naeem Sheikh, and followed by the Sri Lankan batsman. Rajapaksa scored a whirlwind half century, and that new guy I told you in the morning, Charit Asalanka, he was the man.
He looked like the new Jayasuriya.
Yeah, he looks good. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, sir, we have an off spinner, we have a master blaster, we have the world's.
I was also an off spinner.
Oh yeah, of course. You have a wonderful one-day international record with the ball, and a brilliant fielder close to the wickets.
Who
And
says?
he was spectacular. 3 run-outs out of 5, sir, in the potential World Cup final.
Lost my memory.
Oh, you lost your memory. We have the world's fastest bowler. We have the most elegant left-handed batsman. We have a very high-class right-arm fast medium bowler who could take wickets in the corridor of uncertainty. We have a wicket-keeper. We have an all-rounder. And we have another competent fast bowler for T20 internationals. So we need to select 2 more.
I think
forget
let
about
the
you.
captain decide.
Yeah, the captain.
Let me say this for sure, man. I don't think we need 2 more. We got enough here, man. I think we can get the job done
Okay.
without the other 2.
Sir, in the morning you talked about Pakistan's passion, and you talked about that, like David and I was like a little skeptical when we were going through the strength of Indian cricket and their Indian team. But you were mentioning that passion and how they had beaten India in the Champions Trophy final. So now,
It's not just myself. I think Akim as well.
Yeah, Akim and
he was
Rashid
certainly,
joined Akim,
He was
yeah.
certainly highlighting the things about the weaknesses about the Indian batsmen,
Yeah.
and where he thought that Pakistan could capitalize. And certainly we saw all of that today. And in the end, I felt when I saw India got to 150, I felt, well, wow, this is what we all wanted to see, where we could have a competitive match. But in the end, Rizwan and Baba made it look rather easy.
All right. So Shoaib, you think it was a very, very good toss to win?
It was a great toss to win. I mean, if you look at the situation and look at the dew factor, I was there in Dubai a couple of 3-4 days ago. No matter how much spray that you sprayed on the field, there is still is coming down. The dew is still coming down, right? And the winning the toss was very vital, because when did you see Virat Kohli's face? Then he loses the toss. He immediately said that after the losing toss, that I also wanted the ball. But unfortunately, we have prepared Shaheen Shah Afridi. I mean, for the last 1 year or so, he was preparing this ball to bring it in most of the time. He was trying that, and he did that with a lot of conviction. And what he did was perfectly spot on, hitting the right area like a Yorker length, and then bowling against KL Rahul. He sets the tone. A little bit disappointing from Hassan Ali that he wasn't bending the bat. He should have bent the bat, and rather than let them get about 150, he could have, stopped them in somewhere about 120. But, immense pressure was there on Virat Kohli. I was there in the camps, and I was there facing the media and the music. They were so overconfident. They were just talking about, the Pakistan is just a team that we don't have to play. Literally, you don't have to come on the field. You should get a walkover kind of thing.
Harbhajan said that.
Yeah, he said that. I mean, I told him, I said, yeah. I said, you got about 400 wickets in test matches. You can't say those sort of things. But he said that. But what I said in return, that, there is a 40 overs to be bowled. And I really think that, Pakistan is one of the most formidable side when it comes to T20. I mean, if you look at the record for past 10 years, there's a subcontinent teams who always reaches to quarterfinals, always reaches to semi-finals, always plays the finalist. But the recent past, that the England has turned it all around. And the West Indies, somehow, they turned it around back in 2015-16. But India was so overconfident and so under pressure through their own media that they had to deliver it. But you can't be above and beyond the game.
Absolutely.
And they tried their best. Unfortunately, the luck favored us, the situation favored us, and the bowling spell of Shaheen Shah Afridi was amazing. Yeah. And I really think that Pakistan has done nothing wrong, but everything right.
And probably Shadab joined the party at the right time. We were a little hesitant about his current form. but he actually picked up a very crucial wicket and then turned it around.
Yeah, I think I've covered most of the domestic season this time, and all three bowlers, Shaheen Afridi, Shadab and Haris Rauf, all three of them turned up and came to the party when it was really required. The way Shaheen Afridi bowled with the new ball, we saw him bowling in the domestic, but the kind of energy he brought today was exceptional. Haris Rauf was amazing at death overs, and Shadab, the wicket of Rishabh Pant at that time and that catch, it was not an easy one to take at that point. And I think everyone turned up. All credit to the bowlers. We saw how if you don't lose early wickets, it's not easy in the middle overs for the bowlers as well and at the death. So all credit to the bowling unit and to the batting unit. Outstanding cricket.
जनाब उमर गुल साहब, अब आपको गिला नहीं होगा, शिकवा नहीं होगा, आपका हाथ यूं नहीं रह जाएगा, हम ब्रेक नहीं लेंगे, तो आप क्या कहते हैं आज की परफॉर्मेंस पे, और स्पेशली जो क्लिनिकल एंड था विद हारिस रऊफ, और अजहर महमूद शुड बी ए प्राउड मैन बिकॉज ही हैज वर्कड विद शहनशाह अफरीदी, एंड आज इन्होंने सुबह कहा भी कि he has now started to shape it in and pitch it right. तो आप क्या कहते हैं?
फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल मुबारक, बड़ा जबरदस्त एक हिस्ट्री चेंज।
यार मुबारक को जान से दें, आप तो ऐसे कह रहे हैं कि शहबाज शर्मा को मुबारक दे रहे हैं। आज पाकिस्तान 10 विकेटों से जीता उमर गुल भाई।
इंशाल्लाह
आज तो मेरे पे झुकने लगाने का टाइम नहीं है।
अच्छा चल जी, इंशाल्लाह वी आर लुकिंग फॉर द ट्रॉफी। द पहला मैच था, लेकिन ये कि एटलीस्ट एक अच्छा स्टार्ट मिला, और जो चीज़ है कि एक कॉन्फिडेंस बूस्टिंग के लिए बड़ा ज़बरदस्त था। काफ़ी पॉजिटिव चीज़ें थी, जिस तरह शाहीन ने स्टार्ट लिए, जो हम प्लान कर रहे थे कि जिस तरह उनके बैट्समैनों की जो वीकनेसेस हैं उस पर काम किया है। और जो सबसे ज़बरदस्त चीज़ जो मुझे लगी कि शादाब ने जिस तरह बॉल किया उसको विकेट मिला, रऊफ ने जिस तरह का स्पेल किया, तो आई थिंक इनकी कॉन्फिडेंस बूस्टिंग के लिए बड़ा ज़बरदस्त है, और आगे जाके ना पाकिस्तान क्रिकेट के लिए उनके लिए अपने लिए भी बड़ा ज़बरदस्त है, एक अच्छा स्टार्ट मिला।
लेकिन अजहर एक अलमिया रह गया कि हमें ये नहीं पता कि नंबर 3 पे हमने फखर के साथ क्या करना है, और 4 और 5 पे हमारी बैटिंग कैसी होगी। ये दोनों ने आज प्लान खराब कर दिया।
नहीं,
जो हो गया उस पर पूछ लें।
ये क्या प्रॉब्लम?
He's got a point.
I think you are part of the bad boys. You are a good man. Okay.
जी फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल तो सबको बहुत मुबारक हो। बात की सबने यहाँ पे जो है ना शहीन शाह अफरीदी ने जिस तरह टोन सेट की पाकिस्तान के लिए अर्ली ऑन, जो है ना उन्होंने अपने मेरे ख्याल कल इंटरव्यू में भी कहा था कि मुझे अर्ली 3 विकेट्स चाहिए इन बैट्समैन की, रोहित की, विराट कोहली और राहुल की। तो आई थिंक जो मुझे सबसे ज़्यादा खुशी की बात है वो लगी है कि आज पाकिस्तान की बॉडी लैंग्वेज वॉज रियली गुड। दे वर वेरी काम, they were relaxed and they were enjoying. I think I'll give credit to Saklan Mushtaq and his entire team कि उन्होंने वो ड्रेसिंग रूम में कामनेस एक हमें नजर आई है। मेरी आकिब भाई से भी बात हो रही थी, जिस तरह हारिस रऊफ इस वक्त बॉलिंग कर रहे थे, अपनी मर्जी से बॉलिंग कर रहे थे, तो उन्होंने देखा कि हमें क्या करना है, क्या हमारी स्ट्रेंथ है, क्या हमारी वीकनेस है, और उस पर उन्होंने बॉलिंग की। आई थिंक जो शुएब बात कर रहा था कि हसन अली वॉज अनलकी टुडे कि उसने 2 दफा डिसीव किया पंट को, और वो एक हाथ से छक्का लगा, और उसके बाद कोहली ने उसको एक्स्ट्रा एक शॉट मारी एक्स्ट्रा कवर के ऊपर से। तो आई डोंट माइंड, यू नो, इफ समवन गोइंग 42 for 2 विल टेक इट एवरी डे। सो एक बॉलर तो आपका ऐसा होगा जो रन्स के लिए जाएगा, बट द गुड थिंग अबाउट दिस पाकिस्तानी बॉलिंग लाइनअप, दे वर लुकिंग टू टेक विकेट्स, और फील्डिंग वाज आउटस्टैंडिंग, एंड आई थिंक बाबर आजम कैप्टनसी वाज रियली रियली गुड।
जी राशिद भाई,
सबसे पहले तो मुबारक डॉक आपको भी,
थैंक यू वेरी मच।
और जिस तरह से गेम खेला है पाकिस्तान ने, बहुत कम नजर आया अगेंस्ट इंडिया आईसीसी में। जीतने की बहुत सारी वजूहतें जो नजर आ रहे हैं आपको, रिजवान और साथ में बाबर है, शाहीन, लेकिन फील्डिंग में अगर हम आते हैं तो सबकी एक एफर्ट थी, स्पेशली कैप्टनसी में जो ओवर्स यूटिलाइज किए गए स्पिनर्स के, वो बहुत अहम थे। विराट कोहली बैटिंग कर रहे थे, लेकिन हमने 42 रन दिए 8 ओवर में, वो मेरे ख्याल से चेंज था। और अहम जो विकेट थी वो थी सूर्या कुमार यादव की, जो कि हसन अली ने विकेट ली, क्योंकि वो डेंजरस प्लेयर था, क्योंकि उसके बाद स्पिनर्स को आ जाना था, तो वो हो गया जो हो गया, लेकिन वो वाइटल विकेट थी। लेकिन सर ये जो एग्जीक्यूट किया प्लान सकलैन ने बनाया, बाकियों ने बनाया, लेकिन एग्जीक्यूट नजर आया। जो स्लोअर वन की हारिस रऊफ ने बहुत ही जबरदस्त स्लोअर वन की, हालांकि उस वक्त पांड्या भी खेल रहा था, जडेजा भी खेल रहा था, और दोनों का स्ट्राइक रेट दुबई में 150 प्लस या 150 है। उनको बॉल कम मिली, विराट कोहली कुछ ज्यादा खेल गए, उनको बॉल कम मिली,
इनके जो मेन प्लेयर थे ईशान किशन थे नहीं खेले, सूर्य कुमार आउट हो गए, ऊपर वाले इतनी ज्यादा स्ट्राइक रेट नहीं है तीनों की दुबई के अंदर, चाहे वो विराट कोहली हो, चाहे रोहित शर्मा हो, चाहे केएल राहुल हो।
राइट जी। आके भाई आज एक और चीज इसने राशिद ने कहा कि इकोनॉमी रेट ऑफ इंडियन स्पिनर्स बाय द एंड ऑफ द 16th ओवर जो है पाकिस्तान की इनिंग्स में दे वर 7.43 और पाकिस्तान के स्पिनर्स का इकोनॉमी रेट रहा इन इंडियाज इनिंग्स 6.30। सो वाज इट द डिफरेंस स्पिनर्स और ये थोड़ा वेटनेस की वजह से लगा कि वो जो वरुण चक्रवर्ती थे उनसे शायद गेंद स्लिप भी हो रहा था और शामी से भी लास्ट ओवर में स्लिप हुआ जो कि बहुत मैसिव छक्का
मैच स्लिप हो गया पूरा।
देखिए
मैच स्लिप हो गया।
ये जो इंडियन स्पिन बॉलिंग है वो कोई ऐसी बॉलिंग नहीं है, जडेजा इज नॉट अ थ्रेट और जो चक्रवर्ती है यंग है अभी, उसका वो इम्पैक्ट नहीं है। तो ये स्पिन बॉलिंग जो थी वो पाकिस्तान की उनसे बेहतर है। जो इमाद ने शुरू में ओवर किए हैं, जो प्रेशर उसने क्रिएट किया है, वो इंडियन में कौन ऐसा स्पिनर है जो इस तरह से विद द न्यू बॉल अगेंस्ट टॉप क्लास बैटिंग में इस तरह प्रेशर क्रिएट कर सकता है। और सबसे जो इम्पोर्टेंट चीज है ये दिस विन वी नीडेड as a nation,
Yes.
Right.
as cricket board.
Yes.
Nobody supported us in recent
Times,
last 2 months or months. Only these two gentlemen came all the way and supported Pakistan cricket, isn't it?
No, Michael Vaughan did it. Michael Vaughan did it. Michael Ashton did
And
it.
Mike has
And
Mike
this
Hazeman did
message sent many quarters.
That's very well said. So, David, if you could see Rizwan battering the Indian bowling, you are listening to my terminology now, battering the Indian bowling. So you can,
As opposed to batsmaning, was that the...
if you could see Mohammad Rizwan ji, an exceptional innings of 79 in 55 balls. So, David, would you mind explaining it?
Both these men, we discussed it this morning as to whether they should open the innings.
Yeah.
Or whether maybe Fakhar Zaman should come in at the top of the order.
Yeah.
This is all the evidence you want. These two know what they're doing at the top of the order. They are slightly different in style. There were some super shots. What they did was control the tempo. And they got off to a great start first over. That was Rizwan. And then, having done that, they were always there or thereabouts with the rates, always finding gaps when they needed it, allowed to play a couple of quiet overs when they needed to. And just the control, the confidence, the calmness that was talked about just now. And eventually when you get loose deliveries, because that sort of thing creates pressure on bowlers, eventually you just take full command.
All right. So, full marks to Mohammad Rizwan ji. We take a short break and we'll be back with our small panel. Game on!